Men, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? If you do, I suggest you go down to your local hardware store and get yourself a red light. Okay, I wasn't being flippant there. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible affliction, and to anyone who suffers from such a thing, it's not good. It's not good in any way, shape, or form. But fear not, help is at hand. There seems to be a new solution to the problem, or a possible solution to the problem, which does not involve Viagra, which in modern days is the go-to procedure to fixing such an issue. Let's have a look at this from the Mail Online. Yes, I know it's not probably what you expected to hear when you woke up this morning. Shining a red light on a man's genitals for 60 seconds could help to solve erectile dysfunction, study suggests. Who'd have thunk it? There you go. The compound known as NORD1 reacts to the light by releasing nitric oxide. It boosts the blood flow to the penis and therefore could improve erections.
Wow.
Okay, just from a red light, it seems. Okay, let's read on. From Pat Hagen. All right, Pat, give us what you got here on this. I'm sure some people out there hanging on every word at this stage. Shining a red light onto the genitals for just 60 seconds. Just 60 seconds. So you could, you could kind of make your excuses. Go to the men's room. Go to the restrooms. Get your red light out. Give it a bit of a flash, and suddenly you're Don Juan. You're Dirk Diggler for the rest of the night. I don't know. Let's see if it's that good. Could be a lot of us, go out there getting a handy red light just in case. Just in case. Shining a red light, yeah, we got that. For 60 seconds could boost a man's libido. The treatment involves beaming the light from it's a special torch, so it's not something you get in B&Q or Home Base. It's a special red light. Let's see, where can we get such a special red light? Not that I need one myself personally, but you never know. You never know the day, the minute, nor the hour when tragedy can strike.
Damn, boy!
Fear of all men. It's a nightmare every man has woken up in a cold sweat from. Anyway, look, I digress. Hold on. The treatment involves beaming the light from a special torch through the skin of the penis after a compound is injected into... What? Hold on a second. It's getting more complicated. After a compound is injected into the area. And then nobody told me about that bit. I thought it was just getting a flashlight. Something you could kind of keep in your car or something, glove box, So your girlfriend asks you, what's this funny looking torch here for? It's just in case I get a flat tire. Just in case I get a flat tire. That's just... Why is it red? The colour thing to do with the rubber of the tire. And anyway, you could explain it in some way, but she wouldn't know. You wouldn't tell her what the red torch, special red torch, was actually for. Or you could, of course, ditch the whole torch thing and just get a packet of Viagra. Just gonna cut all this crap out. Well, let's read on. This is getting more complicated than I expected at the start. Okay, so what's this compound injected into the air? What's all that about? The compound known as NORD1 reacts to the light by releasing nitric oxide, a gas that helps blood vessels dilate. Which you want a lot of dilation when you're kind of...
That's quite big.
When you're going that direction, you want the more dilation you can get going, the happier everybody generally is. Boosting the blood flow to the penis and improving in erections. Okay, a new study shows the technique is effective in animals, so that's a good start. And the Japanese scientists believe it could work just as well in men who fail to respond to drug treatments. All right, so this is a kind of if Viagra's not working for you, if it doesn't do the trick, or it was doing the trick and you just if you overused it to the point where the body just say, can't be arsed with that Viagra anymore. I'm not giving it to you. Just stop feeding me that Viagra. Lay off the Viagra. The Japanese scientists behind it could work just as well in men who fail to respond to drug treatments of Viagra, I assume. They hope to begin human trials next couple of years. Men can't wait that long. Get on with it, lads. What are you waiting for? Get a few red lights and get into a laboratory and get shit going here. An estimated 1 in 10 men experience erectile dysfunction at some point. Causes range from diabetes, hormonal, many issues, hormonal problems, stress, depression. There's a random red light there, bit of a red bulb. Not sure if that's. Oh no, it's just a stock image from Getty. Shining a red light. Yeah, we got that. There's a lad clutching his. Okay. Was that necessary? Okay, medications such as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra help some men. By dilating the tiny blood vessels in the pelvic area, allowing more blood to reach the penis. But around a third of men who take these pills experience no improvement at all. In these cases, the only other option is to inject drugs straight into the penis, Jesus, which can be painful and difficult to self-administer, or use a pump that manually increases blood flow to the organ. Okay, so I'm learning stuff today. In the red light therapy could potentially be another option, according to the results of a study published recently in the World Journal of Men's Health. In tests, it involved injecting the compound, a synthetic chemical that only releases nitric oxide through a chemical reaction, fair enough, when it's exposed to red light. So it's kind of dormant till you shine the torch, till the torch goes on, and bingo, everything kicks off. That's the theory anyway. When it's exposed to the red light into the genitals of rats, and rats suffer from it too. So it's not just us lads. Rats can have a bit of a bad day too. It seems from the studies here. Simply injecting nitric oxide itself into the body to dilate blood vessels is not a solution, as it can cause unwanted side effects such as low blood pressure. Well, that's never good. But this way, nitric oxide is only released when the light is shone onto the genitals, making it safer. So you just you're localizing the whole chemical reaction, I assume. You're localizing the point of action, the point of impact, where you want it. But this way, nitric oxide is released only when the light is shone on the genitals, making it safer, and unlike other injection treatments for erectile dysfunction, this would be given now and then, rather than every time a man had sex. Researchers at Nagoya University in Japan monitored changes in rodents, so they're doing it on rats, I assume, and mice and stuff, which is the norm. After injecting Nord1 into the penis and flashing a red light for 60 seconds, I'm not into this whole injecting your penis thing. Sorry, I'm just not into the. I'm not overly squeamish, but I'm not into the whole kind of, here, give me that syringe so I'll inject myself with something. It's kind of putting me off a bit. I'd rather pop a pill, to be honest. After 4 weeks, the results showed a significant improvement in the frequency and duration of erections after red light therapy. So you could be on the job all night with this method. Tests also showed erections improved even after nerve damage, similar to that seen in men who undergo surgical removal of the prostate due to cancer. Well, that's good news for lads in that situation who have other impediments to the whole thing functioning as it should. It seems to bypass that. That's not bad. Researchers said this raises hopes that men whose sex lives have been affected by prostate cancer surgery could, in future, revive their libidos using red light, the old torch therapy. Professor Paul Chazot, a scientist at Durham University who's researching the red light therapy in dementia to improve blood flow to the brain, said nitric oxide release can be beneficial in several clinical situations, including erectile dysfunction. So this could potentially be useful, but these findings are in rats and may not extrapolate to humans. They may not. I mean, often these things obviously are trialled on mice or rats or rodents of some sort, and different animals, and eventually they work their way up the food chain to us humans. So it's interesting. I've heard of red lights, but usually in the context of red light districts, which is not the same thing at all. I'm not so big on the whole injecting yourself thing, but look, if you are between a rock and a hard place, Okay, maybe not. Your problem was that you weren't between a rock and a hard place. You were between a rock and a soft place, and you wanted to be between a rock and a hard place. That okay, maybe you'd go there. Look, if you've had this kind of prostate issues and cancer and surgeries and stuff, and the whole thing has gone a bit kind of wibbly wobbly on you, then you're going to clutch at straws here. So yeah, if that was the case, I'd give it a lash if it was that or nothing. So yeah, what do you think of that? Red lights. We'll all be rushing down to I'll be rushing down to home base B&Q to get an old flashlight. Give me one of them red. No, the red ones. Yeah, give me the red one up there. Anyway, look. If your girlfriend asks you, what's this weird looking torch in the glove box, just say it's just in case you get a flat tire. She won't know. That'll be just our little secret. Just our little secret. We know what the red torch is for.